Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to something that I don't do very often, and that is a pre-recorded video. Usually I'm live, interactive with the chat and all that good stuff, but today I plan on doing something different. I plan on doing something special for the special one. So we're here to talk about it, guys. As you guys can see on the thumbnail, obviously we're going to be talking about my unthinkable solution, the crazy, the unimaginable, Jose Mourinho managing Liverpool Football Club. Now, hear me out. Hear me out first. I know some of you guys might be going absolutely crazy. Mourinho's washed. Mourinho's done at the top level. He isn't ready to manage a club like Liverpool right now. He just failed the trauma, all that good stuff. I know. Just stick around. Hear me out. Like the video. Subscribe to This is Football. And after you've done hearing me out, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to know, what do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I right? Could I be crazy and right at the same time? It's a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a crazy topic. It's a special topic. I've done it again. So let's talk about this, guys. First and foremost, let's just get this out the way. Let me just get this out of my system once and for all so we can move on from the topic that, from the responses that I'm going to get. Yes, guys, I've never been to Anfield. Yes, guys, I do not know more than Michael Edwards. Yes, I do not know more than FSG. You are correct. I've never coached a football team. If any of those things are going to be your rebuttal, then your rebuttal is weak. Let's actually speak on what we know, speak on the market that we can all see. The manager market is weak right now, and I will unpack it in a second. But let's get back to the topic first. Let's go back to when Jurgen Klopp announced he's going to leave Liverpool Football Club. Doom and gloom. Absolutely miserable day. I still remember to this day, very upset. Last season, when there were many people who were Klopp out, I never ever turned on Klopp, ever. I would give Klopp a 10-year contract if it were up to me. However, the guy has decided to leave Liverpool Football Club, and there's nothing we can do about it. He's decided to leave. He's announced it. He's given the club enough time to find an adequate replacement and address the situation that we're currently in. So Jurgen Klopp wants to leave Liverpool and is going to leave Liverpool at the end of the season. So this is exactly what happened. When Jurgen Klopp announced he wants to leave Liverpool Football Club, there were many camps. There were many people who wanted different types of managers, different names out there. I was one of them. I was one of the people who wanted Xabi Alonso. I was like, you know what? He actually follows on the footsteps of Jurgen Klopp himself. He won the Bundesliga with a team other than Bayern Munich. I wanted Xabi Alonso badly. I actually thought Xabi Alonso was going to come manage Liverpool Football Club and continue the great work that Jurgen Klopp has done. I really wanted Xabi Alonso, and I thought he was going to win the Bundesliga anyway, but he actually got the job done. Well, for the people maybe my age, they remember the Neverkusen days. He's essentially won the Bundesliga with the Spurs of Germany. So it's a massive achievement. Maybe winning the Bundesliga with a team like a Bayern Munich isn't as great of an achievement, but winning the Bundesliga with a team like Leverkusen is, of course, an incredible achievement given their budget, given the players that they have, the steps that they had to make to get to this level to begin with. The fact that Leverkusen are Bundesliga champions till the second, many people don't believe it. So I wanted Xabi Alonso personally. And there were names thrown out there, like the likes of Ruben Amorim. Now, I wouldn't have been upset had we got Ruben Amorim. I wouldn't have cried about it. I wouldn't have moaned about it, because Ruben Amorim is on his way to winning his second Portuguese league in a 4-year period. Once again, not with Porto or with Benfica, with Sporting Lisbon. He stopped their 20-year drought of no league titles and won them a league title. He even has won silverware at Sporting Braga. Many people don't even know who Sporting Braga are to begin with. They did eliminate us in the Europa League, 10 years ago. I still remember 1-0 was one of the driest games ever. Many people call me a fake Liverpool fan and all this. I'm literally wearing a shirt from 11-12. This is the 11-12 away kit from 12 years ago, So I've been a Liverpool supporter my whole life, watched a whole lot of football. But I'm aware that many people might not even be aware of who Braga are. He even delivered them success. So there were many different camps. There were the people who wanted Amorim, the people who wanted Alonso, and now we're going to end up with neither. This is just the sad reality of the current situation that we're in. Now, let's go back to the initial point I made at the start. Husam, you do not know more than Michael Edwards. You're correct. I do not know more than Michael Edwards. That would be 100% correct. However, I do not need to be a car salesman to actually realize what's available on the market. If I'm looking for a Ferrari, or I'm looking for a Lamborghini, or I'm looking for a supercar, and I go to the car dealership and all I find is Hondas and Kias and other types of vehicles that are not what I'm looking for, it's not the supercar that I need, I can assess it even as someone who isn't an expert on cars. The problem that Liverpool Football Club currently face is the manager market stinks. This is the ultimate biggest issue which has led me to this unthinkable solution to begin with. People, please understand, I don't even like Jose Mourinho. I don't even like the guy. I hate him. I'll hate him forever because of 13, 14. Not if he manages us and is successful, but that's beside the point. Hear me out. Hear me out. But like we still remember all the things that happened, the Mourinho and Benitez wars when we faced Chelsea every year in the Champions League. It felt like almost so. It's not like I grew up loving and idolizing Mourinho. I didn't. I grew up hating the guy. There's still a bit of hatred in me, for Mourinho because of 13, 14 and what happened. We still remember, the 2-0 at home to Chelsea. Absolute worst moment ever as a Liverpool fan. Now, the market is as follows. The market is Slot. I'm not even going to say anything. Gary O'Neill, Thomas Frank, De Zerbi. These are the names that we are linked with. These are the names that are available currently. Iraola from Bournemouth. None of these managers are good enough to take over a squad with world-class players because they don't have the experience of doing so. They have never done so in their lives. Now, some person might come tell me, yeah, but Amorim doesn't have world-class players. Alonso doesn't have world-class players. You're right. They don't. However, they have won their respective leagues even without having world-class players. Against probably, let's go with Alonso first, the biggest monopoly in Europe, which is Bayern Munich, essentially buying the league's best players every year and getting the league's best manager like they did with Nagelsmann. And the same thing with Sporting Lisbon. Obviously, they're not Porto, they're not Benfica. Amorim delivered even with the non-world-class player that he has. Now, we can only judge based on what we see, based on what we know. As I've already said, so we should get it out of the system. Yes, I trust Michael Edwards. I was actually one of the people on YouTube who was very happy for Michael Edwards to make his return because it's someone who we trust. We all remember the infamous story about, Jurgen Klopp wanting Julian Brandt and Mario Götze and Edwards saying, no, we're going to get Mane and Salah, and the rest is history, if you would like. So obviously, Michael Edwards has played a significant role in Liverpool's success, and I trust the guy. However, I can also look at the market right now and assess it for what it is. And the manager market absolutely stinks right now. It's not like 5-6 years ago where you had multiple options and Conte and Zidane and Ancelotti when he was managing Everton. You probably could have got him then and all these options. There are no options available out there. There are no options available out there. The options that I have just said are the options that could possibly manage Liverpool Football Club. The Gary O'Neills, the Iraolas. None of these managers fill me with any confidence. None of these managers give me the confidence required, the CV in order for them to manage Liverpool Football Club with world-class players, with an incredible team, with a team, as we saw this season, that's challenging for the league, already has silverware in the bag. We're talking about a team with Mo, with Virgil, with Trent, with Allison. So we're not talking about a team that needs about a 3-4 year, rebuild and needs to start from scratch. No, we don't. We're not the team that, Jurgen Klopp first walked into. And Jurgen Klopp has an infamous quote. He said, it's not about what they say when you walk in. It's about what they say when you leave. And Jurgen Klopp has left us with an absolutely incredible team. Of course, I would add a couple of players here and there with a couple of tweaks, and I think we'd have a full-on, ready-made squad to even challenge on all fronts, dare I say, to compete for everything. However, the fact that we have this team makes me not want to lose it by hiring a Gary O'Neill, by hiring an Iraola, by hiring any of these managers that were linked with, like a Thomas Frank or like a De Zerbi or like a Slot, who I'm not even going to talk about, essentially another version of Ten Hag. Like, honestly, can we learn from other people's mistakes? Now someone will tell me, oh, obviously he's different than Ten Hag and all this. Yeah, but it's like, he's even bald, guys. So let's not even do this. So, there's a certain impact, of you becoming the Liverpool manager. And we've seen it before. Let me use the most perfect example that's currently active so you guys can fully understand where I'm coming from with my logic. Unai Emery has been a massive success at Aston Villa. Massive success. Unai Emery was a massive success at Sevilla. Unai Emery was a massive success at Villarreal. Unai Emery has failed at 2 clubs, PSG and Arsenal. That proves that not all managers can handle the step up from a mid-table level club or a lower, league level club to a top 5, top 4, top 3, whatever club. I mean, Unai Emery at PSG, people forget this. He was actually the manager when PSG went to Barcelona with a 4-0 lead and lost it. He was also the manager with Arsenal when they had top four in their hands, and they ended up losing out on the top four, by essentially drawing and losing too many games in the run. This is the same manager. Yes, he's successful at Aston Villa. Yes, he's done incredible things at Sevilla and Villarreal. But it's just merely an example of many managers who have made that step up. We can even use our own club as the example. Let's look at Brendan Rodgers. Incredible football with Swansea. I believe he was the guy that got them promoted as well. I think they finished mid-table in their first season, and they were playing incredible football. I mean, we all remember that team as well. To be fair, Nathan Dyer on the wing and Angel Rangel as the right back and all that stuff. So we all remember that team. Point is, not all managers can make the step up from a mid-table club to a high-level club like Liverpool Football Club. Sometimes they can't handle the players' egos. Sometimes they can't handle the pressure. Sometimes they don't even know how to speak to the press. This is all actual factual problems that has happened to multiple managers, and we've seen it happen in front of our very own eyes. Unai Emery was mocked because he's not English and he can't say good evening, and he says it's that good evening. It became a meme. It became a mockery, and they used it against him. This is just the unfortunate reality. So many managers cannot make the step up from a mid-table level club to a club in and we're talking about Liverpool Football Club, respectfully here. I'm a Liverpool fan. We're 6-time Champions League winners, 19-time league winners. We're talking about the most decorated club in England. What makes you so certain that as soon as Gary O'Neill is announced, or Iraola is announced, or whoever is announced from the list that I've already mentioned, Mo Salah doesn't want to leave, or Virgil van Dijk doesn't want to leave, or Trent doesn't accept the Real Madrid offer? I mean, Real Madrid are doing what? They're doing the whole Galacticos thing currently. Like, we're talking about an absolutely insane project. They're trying to sign Mbappe, they're trying to sign all the good players in the world. What makes us so sure? Same thing with Alisson Becker. Someone will come tell me, no player is bigger than Liverpool Football Club. Absolutely. Liverpool Football Club will survive with and without those players. But at the same time, the squad that Jurgen Klopp has built, I don't want it to be destroyed in one summer just because we make the wrong managerial appointment. And make no mistake, a couple of wrong decisions and Liverpool Football Club could be absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. And I'm not even exaggerating. Gary O'Neill could crumble under the pressure of being the Liverpool manager. Iraola might have a problem handling the egos at Liverpool Football Club. And yes, we do have egos. The players that have been there, done that, the winners, the players who have been, nominated for Ballon d'Ors, of course they're going to have egos. It's crazy to expect that Salah and Elliot's ego is going to be the same thing, or Virgil and Kwanzaa's ego is going to be the same thing. Of course it's not. They command a certain level of respect in the game for what they've achieved in Liverpool Football Club as an institution, for what they've achieved for us as Liverpool fans. We've only seen one league title our whole life. That's what the rivals banter us with anyway. And they were part of the team that delivered that league title. So, of course, they command a different level of respect. And then you have from the newer signing, the likes of Alexis McAllister, who I think is on the verge of becoming a world-class player. And actually, I vouch for him as being the signing of the summer. He's been by far our best signing, by far our best midfielder, played in the 6, played in the 8, absolutely incredible footballer. He's ready to take that next step. So I don't want to ruin everything that Jurgen Klopp's built by making the wrong managerial appointment. Now, I look at this current Liverpool team, and I admit, I think we need a forward or two. We probably need a centre-back if Matip's leaving, and possibly a left-back if we let go of Robertson. Maybe even, dare I say, a midfielder. So we need, let's say, 4 or 5 players to have a complete, ready-made squad to compete on all 4 fronts. Now, if we are going to have a ready-made squad with ready-made players to win now, let's look at the Liverpool team. Alisson, Trent, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson or Tsimikas, whichever one of them stays, McAllister, Mo Salah, the likes of Jota. All of these players are experienced players, whether they have Premier League experience, Premier League winning experience, or even Champions League winning experience. This team is ready-made to win now. And what better? What an amazing transition. What better than the special one himself, Jose Mourinho, to manage Liverpool Football Club? Hear me out. I think one of the negatives of the current Liverpool team is we're too nice. We are too nice. And I feel like one of the things that would help Liverpool Football Club is getting in a manager who would instill a little bit of that villain arc in the Liverpool players. I feel like we need it. We see it sometimes even with the Manchester City players complaining and moaning to the referees. We see it with the, what they call it, the dark arts of football. I don't think we see that enough with Liverpool Football Club. And that for me will be something that Mourinho adds to this team. He adds that, that fight, that extra fight. Even Klopp has it, of course, a different type of fight. Maybe we can become the villains, which I don't mind, playing the villain a little bit. But besides the personality and all of that, let's actually address why I went the Mourinho route, other than these young, inexperienced, some might even say hipster deserving managers. Jose Mourinho is a winner, and he has won everywhere he's went. Jose Mourinho has won at Chelsea, at Porto, at Inter Milan, at who, our biggest rival, and at Roma. He hasn't won at Spurs, but no one wins at Spurs. I think Pep wouldn't even be successful at Spurs the way that Daniel Levy runs that football club, but that's beside the point. We'll leave Spurs slander for some other time. Actually, he was even close to winning them something, but they fired him a week before a final, which is his field of expertise, against Pep, which is also his field of expertise. Jose Mourinho is a proven winner. Jose Mourinho has won stuff every single place he has gone. Jose Mourinho, at minimum, would deliver us a cup, domestic cup possibly, and he would win something with this current Liverpool squad. And I think he has the mentality, and he has the mentality monsters in this team to do so. Obviously, as we've already addressed with a couple of additions here and there. This manager is a manager who is made for teams that are ready to win now. We've already given the example of the Unai Emery, who couldn't make that transition. Jose Mourinho has already managed big clubs. He's managed Real Madrid. He's managed the biggest club in the world. So obviously, it's not like he's going to be intimidated. It's not like he's going to be timid in press conferences or scared. He's going to walk into that dressing room and command the respect of the entirety of the Liverpool squad. Mo Salah will listen to him. Virgil will listen to him. Trent will listen to him. Alisson will listen to him. And everyone will just follow suit. That's Jose Mourinho. Whatever he says, I'm going to listen because he's a proven winner. All Jose Mourinho has to do is walk into the team and show his medals. This is my Premier League winning medal. This is my Champions League. All these medals I have won with my teams. I know what I'm doing. Listen to me. Now, some people might be saying, Husam, you're going way too far left. Negative football, defensive football, etc., etc., etc. I think it's time we move away from style of football alone. Because the style that Jurgen Klopp plays is a very specific style that you can't find many managers that can replicate that style. And that all-out gung-ho style of football could be actually one of the reasons that cost us maybe possibly a Premier League title or two, maybe the fact that we need to be more assured and etc. Maybe we need to try the other side of the coin, if you would like. And I think when I'm looking at this current Liverpool team, when I'm looking at this current Liverpool squad, when I'm looking at the experienced players, I mean, even Konate, who's young on paper, has played a World Cup final. Many people always play the Kolo Muani miss, when Emi Martinez saved it at the end. That was a pass by Konate. Konate made that pass. So this is a team that is experienced. And in the words of Jose Mourinho on Sky, when he said that, he was like, there is the young and then there is the young. Not everyone who's young by age is young in terms of experience. Trent being prime example. Just because he's young by age, he's under 25 right now, does not mean that he has no experience, because he's won it all. He's won it all in football. And that's the point that leads me to this conclusion. I'm simply looking at the market and saying my options are horrible in this market. My options are absolutely dreadful. It's not like I've got Zidane, Ancelotti, Simeone to choose from. My options are limited to the likes of Slot and Gary O'Neill and Iraola and all these guys. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. Someone might come tell me, Husam, Mourinho's washed. I understand that that could be a fair rebuttal because he hasn't been as successful at Roma as he was as other clubs, of course, barring Spurs, but we're not going to go there again. He wasn't successful at Roma as he is other clubs, of course, but Roma is not a club that's built on success anyway. It's not like they're a club that's used to winning Serie A titles year in, year out. I mean, he won them the Conference League, which I believe was their first trophy in a really long time as well. So he's achieved success for Roma level. And this is just the ultimate reality. The guy is a winner everywhere he goes. Guys, just envision this with me. Let's all go into magical world together. Third game of the season. We go away to the Etihad. 10 men behind the ball. Actually, let me go 9. 9 men behind the ball. Darwin Núñez and Mo Salah at halfway line. Jose Mourinho, ultimate park the bus, park the train tactic. 1-0. Liverpool win at the Etihad. Jose Mourinho knee slide at the Etihad. He goes ahead and he slaps Pep's bald head, and we go on. to win the English Premier League next season. You may call me crazy, but I don't know why this team is not ready to win now. I think we are. I think we're genuinely 3 or 4 signings away from winning now, and we could do it even with a Mourinho. We could even win the Champions League, because that's another competition that he has historically done well in. We could win the domestic cups. That's other competitions he's also historically done well in. So my point is, sometimes the market dictates what you do. It's not about being an expert. It's not about knowing more than Michael Edwards. It's not about having been to Anfield or not. None of these things matter. Let's talk about the things that matter, which is the market. And the market is really bad right now. So I'm going to go, at least, even though it's a 2007 Lamborghini, even though it's a 2004 Ferrari, it still is a Ferrari. It still is a Lamborghini. And I'd rather have the 2004 Ferrari over the 2024 Kia, because it's a Ferrari. It's a supercar. It knows how to handle speed. It knows how to handle races. And that 2004, that 2007, that 2011 supercar is indeed Jose Mourinho. And this is exactly why I want the special one to manage Liverpool Football Club, because maybe it's time for us to become the villains. This team is ready made to win now, and he's a manager that can bring his expertise and his experiences of winning and being successful to Liverpool Football Club, and would command the respect of every single one of these players, given his experience. Let me know what you think now in the comment section. Now you can all fight me in the chat, in the comment section. I'm so used to saying chat because I'm so not used to doing live stream. I'm always used to doing live streams, sorry. So, this is my first recording in a really long time. So, actually, to be specific, in 3 years. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, let's get the special one to Anfield, man. I'm here for it. I'm backing this idea. You tell me Jose Mourinho or Iraola or Gary O'Neill or Thomas Frank to manage Liverpool Football Club. Nah, let's just get Mourinho, man. Let's just get Mourinho. Let me know your thoughts, like the video and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys later, man.